How's it going, everybody? Hopefully better than mine. I already recorded this episode once, and so now I'm going to try to record it again. Luckily, I didn't do a whole lot in the last one, just kind of talked to you about some things and gave you some updates and some things coming down the road that I have heard about. So I'm going to try to remember all that. I made the muffler upgrade for this, so it'll stop making noise, and explain the fact that the reason I hadn't done it is because of the fact that everything is not fully automated here. I like to know when it's running and when it's not. So then I chose to try to set this thing up. This is a redstone output upgrade. I'll pop this off of here. It basically gives out a redstone signal for activity. I was expecting it to be like a crap. I was expecting it to be like a on signal if it was running, and off signal if it wasn't running. And apparently it's a little different than that. Basically it's on by how far through the process it's at. Get this light out of here. Go back down there. My inventory was actually almost empty at the beginning of this. Why am I grabbing so much? Basically, the way it works, why are you going to a pipe? If I lay this out here, and I put something in, it should light up a little bit of the redstone as it's processing. And then when it gets done, it goes back and it just keeps on going. So it's not a full signal, it's a changing signal. And I was trying to get this light to work, and because of the changing signal, which one thing I noticed with it is it does not work like that. It won't take the redstone signal straight from the cover. It also will not take it if it's like that. It has to go to, I guess, the side of the light, because if I put it there, it works just fine. But you'll see it kind of flickers because of the power changing. And the one issue I'm having is that I'm worried that that might cause lighting updates, which will mess with my frame rate and stuff. But that's basically how I have it set up to work right now. I tried to invert the signal with redstone torches, and it still didn't really work quite the way I wanted it. But that'll work for now. At least I have some indication that it's running other than looking at the front there. I also was looking at the redstone wiring, which is called bluestone wire, and I noticed that it uses the exact same recipe as what the old blue alloy was, but theirs is called Teslanite instead of Nicolite, and it has to be done in that alloy furnace. It can't be done in this alloy furnace because it only has a recipe for Nicolite and silver, but it gives the same output. So I'm going to see if I can get Bloody to change Teslanite to Nicolite, because if you look at Teslanite, yeah, hold on. If you look at this, it has macerating recipes and it has pulverization recipe, hammer recipe, all that good stuff. It doesn't give you the same output with the pulverizer like actual Nicolite does. Well, that's a Teslanite block. Let's look at, there we go. This one will give 10, a chance at a diamond, and stone dust. Now, if you use Nicolite, you get crushed, and I think you get a small diamond dust. So I think I'm just going to have him, make the Teslanite powder unify, or try to get him to. That way I can do it in an alloy smelter, and I might play with that a little bit, because I really like having the old red power type lights like that. And the red logic wire that we use in Gregtech 6 has some visual things with it. It works good, but it just visibly shows that it's like not there or not on. And I don't want to have to add red logic when I already have blue power in here. If he doesn't want to do it or doesn't do it, I will probably just mind tweak it. I've never messed with the Gregtech tweaks, which is all I basically have to do is add a recipe to the alloy smelter. So I might do that in a live stream, which, by the way, I had one tonight. It was kind of a failure due to my microphone screwing up. Well, I guess it wasn't actually my microphone screwing up. The front ports on my computer screwed up and wasn't recognizing that my mic was plugged in. So I actually recorded this episode once before with no microphone and live streamed for an hour without a microphone. Also, Joel, if you're watching this, thanks for joining. And yes, the branch cutters are basically a grafter. They're just a hell of a lot better and can be made out of something other than bronze. I've had that set for this whole time and haven't had to make another one yet. Unlike the grafters, I'd have made probably 20 or 30 of them by now. I'm getting ready to make a pyros oven. I've got the coils down already, and I made a bunch of wrought iron up so I can start on that. And I've been making up some aluminum because I'm going to need aluminum, because even though it uses ultra low voltage casings, it's medium voltage for everything for the controller. So I'm probably going to work on doing that in the next couple days. I also noticed that this thing's kind of goofy. You got to put a redstone signal to the bottom to actually get it to empty, because I noticed there was a little bit still in there, even though when I was downstairs it wasn't working anymore. Apparently what it was using was just what was in the pipe and in the other thing. If it was up to me, I'd have it fill from the top, empty from the bottom, and just be on, since there's a controller to shut the diesel engine off. Also, I redid this blueprint. This is version 2. It's the same exact building, it's just the size is cut down. You'll notice it doesn't go all the way over to the bridge. It does go a little bit into the river here, but I do believe it's got like a balcony on it. So I don't think that's going to be a big deal. And if it is, I'll just abridge this river just a little bit right here. Fill in, right around where the sand is right here. I got all the stuff pre-made upstairs. I did that in the live stream. And the only thing before I build it is I got to get this empty. I got to get this empty. And I got to get all these machines out of here. Otherwise, it's going to tear them down. So I got to go do some harvesting and make up some more biodiesel to empty them out. I also got seed oil in my squeezer or in the carpenter. One of the two. Gets the carpenter. So I got to get that emptied too. There's also been a Gregtech 5 update. No real big changes. They were basically bug fixes and typos. The only one that I even had noticed was the sulfuric acid in the chemical reactor recipe. I'll show you. Oh crap, I gotta empty all my bags. Oh yeah, I ain't got room to put anything. Okay, I'll be back to get this in a minute. If you were trying to make fertilizer, you could use sulfur and calcium, calcite, things like that. And if you, for some random or for some strange reason, every now and then it would randomly choose to do sulfur and water rather than sulfur, water, and calcium. Or if you ran out of calcium, and sulfur and water make sulfuric acid, where sulfur, water, and calcium makes fertilizer. So that got fixed. He actually just added a integrated circuit in there, so you use an integrated circuit to make sulfuric acid. Now trying to think. Oh, there was supposed to be a exploit with putting machine frames in to recycle. I'm not real sure what it was, because I didn't look for it before I updated and then after. And I never noticed it because I don't think I've recycled any of them yet. He fixed some typos. Not a whole lot, just some minor things that needed to be done. Nothing added that I know of that I've seen in the changelog or that I've seen in here. There is one thing coming though, that if you have IHL will definitely change the way you do things probably. That is the sap from rubber trees put into a centrifuge will no longer make polyethylene, the stuff that we use to make the plastic that we use to make HV machine casings and stuff. That is going to be changed. Bloody says that it is a exploit that should not exist, and so he has asked that it be taken out. It says in the forums what he's planning on changing it to in the Gregtech 5 forum. There's also some other recipes that he's changed, and at the time that I was looking at all this stuff, I did not see where that had been released yet, so I don't have it in here. Right now everything will be the same as it was in my game, but as soon as it comes out, then I will update it. I may not, I agree with it, but I don't like it. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, polyethylene, if you look it up, does not come from plants, it comes from oil. And that's the way that it is set up in Gregtech to be made. I don't like it because I don't like wasting oil to make plastic, when eventually you can do it and it'll be a byproduct from the distillation process, but I'll have to deal with it. On the server, we're not going to have to worry about it because he's got so many rubber trees set up. We've got, I think, a whole barrel of the stuff right now, so that should last us long into getting a distillation tower done. But anybody that starts playing after this will have to do it the other way, and getting it the other way really isn't that difficult. You can do it either from cracked fuel to get naphtha, like I have set up downstairs. If you remember, we got the distillery here that takes oil, turns it into sulfuric light fuel, and then that comes down here, runs into the cracking unit, and then the cracked light fuel comes into here, and that makes the naphtha, and then you just put naphtha in a compressed air cell in a chemical reactor, and that makes your molten polyethylene. You can also do it without the cracking unit. Just takes a second distillery, so it's not really that difficult to do. It's just, you know, running through a material that I would personally prefer to save for power. There's been an update to Gravitational Suites Reloaded. If anybody is using it, I'm gonna update my mod pack in the next couple days. So if you want to try mine out or am using mine, it'll be updated. If anybody's actually using it, let me know. I don't update it very often because I don't know anybody's using it. And also because I like to kind of test the mods out a little bit before I throw it out to you guys, make sure everything works properly. I don't want somebody playing with my mod pack and then finding out that it's broke because something's messed up. Also was playing around with this barrel. This is the Yeo barrel mod that I added. I was using it to get my ethanol from down here from forestry, and I was trying to figure out how to put the lid on it, which I'll show you here in a second. Get out of the ground. Stop cheating. Basically, it fills only from the top, and if you want to put the lid on it, you shift right click, that puts the lid on it. It stops it from, I thought it stopped it from filling. Apparently it doesn't. But I've been doing that just to make sure I don't lose what's in it when you pick it up, because I don't know if it will or won't. And then it auto drains from the bottom. I think it will only drain from the bottom, so if I use it for my lava setup, I will have to change my lava pump, because right now my lava pump is pumping from the side. I'm thinking about changing the config for it. In mine right now it's set to do 55, which I do believe the reason is because the person that made the mods from America, and we have 55-gallon drums, and that looks like what a 55-gallon drum is. Problem with that is, in Minecraft everything is in liters and buckets, so just like going, the achievement for riding a rail is so many meters. Well, that's so many blocks, because every block is considered a meter, not a foot or whatever. So I'm actually thinking about changing it so it's set on more of a Minecraft style. These are 32, so are the ones from A2 Extra. These here, these are 32. The big tank that I have outside is 512, if I remember correctly. So I'm either going to change the config to make that either 64 or 128. I'm probably going to make it 128. It takes a bit more resources to make it, because it takes, iron. It doesn't take, a bunch, but it takes, 7 to make the crucible, and then 6 for the thing, so that's 19. That's a little more than glass, or a little more than quartz. So I haven't decided which yet I'm going to change it to, but I'm going to change it to one of the two. And I'm not going to use it for everything. It's just going to be for more bulky things, mainly for, ethanol. I'm probably going to transfer the oil into them, things like that. I'm still going to use the portable ones for everything else. Um, Thinking about getting rid of these. I haven't decided yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to take the mod itself out, but I don't like these tanks compared to the thermal expansion ones. They don't drain into each other even though they connect. They will drain through each other, but they won't drain into each other, which I think is kind of goofy. So I think I'm going to kind of do away with a lot of these. I haven't quite decided yet, and just make some more of the thermal expansion ones. And if you notice right there, see how it sucked out that much, and this one here is actually draining, but it's not draining into this one. It's like it's draining straight in, so kind of weird. The gravitational thing that was changed, they added a timber function, or added a timber saw, which has no texture for some reason and has a very weird recipe. There's no saw in it. It's 2 advanced alloys, a advanced RE battery, 3 diamonds, and an energy crystal. So I'm probably going to mind tweak that recipe if it isn't changed, and take the energy crystal and change it out for the RE battery and put the saw in there. But I probably actually won't use it until it gets a texture and looks proper. I don't know how to mess with textures, so I'm not even going to try that one. The other thing is I want to make the big drill that they have, but I don't like its recipe, so I'm going to probably change it. I talked to the guy that is making the mod, and he says he has somebody else, Chucklehead, that he's trying to get to do his recipes because he's not very good at them. Basically, it's 2 drills, a transformer, and RE batteries, and then if you want the diamond, it's diamond drills and the same thing, and then the iridiums actually goes up, and you got energy crystals, 2 iridium drills, and an HV transformer. What I suggested was to use 1 drill and use the IC2 cutting blades. Like for the iron one, either use the iron one or the refined iron one, and then for the diamond drill, use this one. And if you're going to do the iridium, then you would use like this and some iridium plates. Basically, it's a 3x3 drill. I'm probably going to end up just making an IE 3x3 drill, or waiting, continue to use the drill I have for now, until he gets a little better recipe, or I will put my own recipe in there. Have not decided yet which I'm going to do. That is about it. I think that's about everything I covered in my first attempt at this video. I finally filled in this hole in the live stream and covered up the top of this cave so it's a little more flat here. I think I'm still going to fill this in just a little bit here in front. I haven't decided. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm debating on putting the power plant like right over here. I cut some trees out of over here. I need to get this stopped off. Since there was no audio in the live stream, I don't expect too many people to watch it. If you could watch just a few minutes of it and tell me if it's good enough quality that you guys would be interested in watching me do it, I would appreciate it. I did enjoy doing it. I sit here and play for quite a while, getting things done where I really can't record it because I'm not doing any one specific task or have anything like this one where it's a real talkative thing trying to show you guys things, but it's just kind of sitting around waiting on things to get done, trying to find things that I need to get done, and it's kind of nice to be able to talk and things like that, give you guys a chance to talk to me if you want, because I got chat that you guys can chat with each other, chat with me, whatever. While I'm doing it, I can answer questions, things like that. Also, I know not too many people have chosen to do so, but if you're interested in watching me live stream, you may want to connect with me on Twitter. I don't tweet out anything but channel related stuff. It's not my own personal Twitter, it's just for the channel. I actually don't have a personal Twitter because I think the damn thing's kind of goofy personally. I just use it to give you guys somewhere that I can give you guys messages about what's going on and what I'm doing when I'm not actually recording. That is channel related. I'm not taking pictures of my food and showing you what I have for lunch and crap like that. Goofy shit. So you may want to do that if you're interested in watching the live streams or being able to talk to me somewhere other than comments. And I think that's about it. I'm going to try to get the stuff for the Pyros done, and I will probably do a test build of it in the next video, and then do the tutorial for it after that. So also I'm going to try to get those things tore down, and we will have a special video, either a live stream or a just a special video that I do where I build that damn thing. I can't wait to get it done. I just don't want to have to tear all my machines out to do it. Kind of stinks, but that's the price of progress, I guess. So thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.